Welcome back, everyone. We are here with Chef Rocky making a chopped beef skillet.
Yeah, chopped beef. Here's the thing about skillets. Skillets are a good breakfast item, but it's also a great lunch, dinner, and really any time of the day, right? The thing I like most about the skillets is because we're kind of getting into a little bit of cooler weather.
Yeah.
So particularly in this area, kind of the Southwest, a lot of times skillets are done on an outdoor fire or an open flame. We've also brought them into the kitchen, obviously. So we've got the electric today. It works the exact same way, though. The cast iron really holds the heat pretty well, so you can start to develop a great skillet. And then we're just going to finish this, instead of obviously on some coals or an open flame, we're just going to finish this in a 375-degree oven.
Okay.
So I started a little bit in advance, only because I want to get potatoes done, right? So we put the diced potato, we've got some onion and some diced pimentos in here. Just a little bit of olive oil, okay? All we're trying to do is just to cook those through. They're going to continue to cook through the entire process, but we want to make sure that we cook those as well. Over here, I've got a little of our chopped beef. The beef is really simple. It's not on the myhighplains.com recipe that you'll find today, but if you're taking notes at home, it's this simple. You take your beef shoulder, your favorite dry rub, right? I just like a little bit of salt and pepper. For breakfast, I tend to use a little bit of coffee when I season that, just some dry coffee, okay? Put that on, throw it into an oven, covered, for about 6 hours at 285, 300 degrees. Okay. As soon as you get done, just pull it out and you can just chop it up. It's very easy, okay? So what we want to do is we want to start to get a beautiful golden brown color. Now check out these potatoes. See how we're starting to get that kind of golden brown throughout? Once that starts to happen, we know we're ready to go with the rest of our ingredients. So from here, we want to go in with our chopped beef. Let me grab that right in front of you. And we're just going to go everything right into the skillet itself. Because everything, much like when we're camping on an open flame, everything's going to happen from the skillet itself, right?
Yep, and then you don't have to wash a ton of dishes.
You're exactly right. And the skillet is so easy to clean, too. It's just a simple wipe, right? A little bit of hot water, not a problem.
No soap, though, right?
No soap. No. Okay, the soap, and that's the thing we always talk about. Angelina, I know you're kind of...
I'm terrified.
Terrified is a kind of an overstatement. But what we do with cast iron is called seasoning. The seasoning just means that you've got a nice coat of something, right, on the cast iron to keep stuff from sticking, okay? So what tends to happen, the older cast irons seem to be a lot better because they've got a good coating of whatever that is. My grandma's cast iron, probably a lot of bacon grease in that one, right? My cast iron, what I tend to do is I'll take a solid coconut oil when I'm finished, so I'll wipe it out, just some hot water, I'll wipe it out, then I'll take that solid coconut oil and I'll rub that around on the inside. So I like to keep it stored with the coconut oil on the inside. So that's a good little bit of glaze in there. And if you use soap, like what you said, then we're going to kill that, right? We're going to take all that off, and we're just going to start from scratch, and everything's going to start to stick to the bottom of your cast iron. All right, so we've only got a couple more things right here to do. Very simply, we want to add a little bit of cheese, not a whole lot, because we want to finish with the cheese, right? So we're just going to add a little bit to this. That's going to help kind of bind all this together when we get ready to scoop it out for our individual presentation, right? And then we're just going to break our eggs individually right on top. This is as it's going to go in the oven. So the eggs now are just going to go in right on top. Don't even worry about mixing these in. I even leave the yolks out just like that. So we'll break all of these eggs in, slide this into our 375-degree oven, and in about 20 minutes we'll be ready to eat.
I can't wait for breakfast, you guys. We'll be